he was doing his job, I wouldn't even be doing this. I'd be at some beautiful place with a gorgeous ocean.
Look, they're all pointing.
The Atlantic, maybe the Pacific.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is right there. Right there, see him? He's laying down. See him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
And son, I'm here with you fighting like hell to get a senator.
What's happening?
And to make sure we take back the White House, because if we do, we're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look.
And it's
There he
not
is.
easy, because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people, criminals. We have criminals. We have drug dealers. We have people that should not be here. And it's much tougher than if it happened. We have the strongest border ever. In recorded history, we're the best border. In fact, if they could ever put up a chart, I don't know if they can do it. Do you guys have access to that chart that I love so much? You don't mind if I go off teleprompter, do you? Because these teleprompters are so damn boring, I try and explain that. Oh, there's it. Wow. You guys are doing it. They're getting better with time. My guys, take a look at that chart. Take a look at the arrow on the bottom. See the big red arrow, right? So that's when I left office. That was the lowest point, and that comes right from the government services, comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that says, what happened.
I hope he's turning this way. Be careful, guys.
We got breaking news. We got breaking news coming in. Shots fired. Seems to be shots fired at the Trump rally. We don't know if President Trump has been shot. We know he hit the ground. We do not know if President Trump has been shot. He's up. He's up. Shots are still continuing to be fired. He's giving a thumbs up, everybody. He's giving a thumbs up. Breaking news right now. This is Vanessa Broussard reporting to you live from Butler, Pennsylvania. We hear shots fired at the rally not 10 to 15 minutes after President Trump arrived. He hit the ground. Unheard of yet if he has been hit by gunfire. Secret Service quickly erupted.
We can see the guy there.
The snipers on the building behind the.
I think they hit him because the guy is. He looks dead.
Well, we just wanted to start the show off like that so you could see the timeline. Pretty amazing that there were people calling it out 2 minutes before it happened. And according to other sources that I've been seeing, I was watching Tim Pool last night, and they said that somebody, a police officer was reported to this guy, he was reported at 26 minutes before the event. They said suspicious-looking guy walking around with a rifle. And then allegedly, a police officer went up there on the ladder and got a gun pointed at him by the suspect, and then he just climbed back down and hid. So I'm not 100% sure on that one, but that's what's going on. There's a lot of speculation going on, a lot of failure of responsibility from local law enforcement, from the Secret Service, most definitely. So today we're going to kind of get into the nitty-gritty, the conspiratorial. You know, they got the guy on the roof, but did they get the two guys on the grassy knoll? You know? Don't laugh at that. But no, there's a lot of moving parts in this, and it's absolutely insane that it got to this level. Now, I think the simplest level of conspiracy is this is 100% on the Biden administration. Trump had been asking for more security service detail for a while now. He said we need more to protect Trump. And Biden consistently blocked any proposition to get Trump more security. So if you're looking at it from that perspective, Biden's lack of consideration for his political rival basically allowed this opportunity to happen. Now, that's not the only failing, but that's probably the primary one, the most simple one that we could grasp at this particular moment in time. The other one that we can solely pin on the Secret Service is their DEI initiatives. Again, DEI is not just going to kill corporations. It's not going to kill productivity. It's not only going to kill business profitability. When it comes to things like this in the government, when you have DEI initiatives in branches of government like the Army or the Secret Service or firefighters or police, stuff like this will happen. People who are not qualified to do this job or not strong enough to do the job are going to get people hurt and or unalived. We have to be careful what we say because YouTube and Facebook are very picky about how you phrase things nowadays.
Despite the fact it's true.
Yeah.
Corporations don't like the truth, and that's a sad reality.
Yeah. People who market, people who buy advertising space, they don't like to hear the truth. But if you phrase it in a different way, you can get around the AI and the blowhards who are afraid of harsh words. You know, I mean, we what was it Mark Twain said? Censorship is, you know, something about chewing steak. It's like somebody who doesn't like, I can't remember what the Mark Twain quote is, but it's like,
I'll find it for you while we're looking,
Yeah.
but you keep going.
Anywho, but yeah, the big conspiracy is going to be that why are there so many? Why does Trump? I think he has 4 female security guards. Now, I have nothing wrong with women who are capable of doing the job. The problem is they keep lowering the standards to allow more women to do the job. I mean, you see the picture on the thumbnail, the picture we showed yesterday too. That lady is crouched down like this. She doesn't have her pistol out. She doesn't have her firearm out. She's just and again, to steel man her case. But here's the other thing too. If you're not trained to know that the first thing you do when you hear gunshots is to drop, you'll just start looking for where it's coming from. I know that's what I did. Whenever I hear gunshots walking around my field, I don't drop. I'm like, where'd that come from? But I mean, it takes training to know. It's like, first thing you do when you hear gunshots, drop.
Yep. And I found that quote. It said, Mark Twain, censorship is telling a man he can't have a steak just because a baby can't chew it.
There you go. Yeah, perfect. I'm sad I can't remember that one. Shame on me. But yeah, so you have that chick sit there crouching down. I mean, you saw, and again, to steel man the case for these lady Secret Service members. If your adrenaline is pumping and you are in a hostile environment, it makes doing the most simple task darn near impossible. I mean, but you saw her. That girl couldn't even holster her weapon. And you had the other one hiding behind the stage instead of getting up there to guard Trump. She's hiding behind the stage looking for, like, protecting herself instead of looking for the threat. Now, again, to steel man their cases, each particular Secret Service member has a specific job to do. You know, one of the guys up front, one of the riflemen, he had a short barrel rifle. His job was to control the crowd in front and make sure there were no threats coming from the crowd. You have another one, the snipers. You know, everybody keeps talking about the snipers. They were being lined up. There are a couple of possibilities there. One, they're snipers. Like, that shot that was being made at that guy, or made at Trump, was 137 yards, I believe. If you're in the Army, that's not a hard shot to make. That's not a hard shot to make. And if you're a designated marksman or with a sniper rifle and a heavy scope, 150 yards is not your area of responsibility. You're looking out past 300 more than likely, looking for targets further away. Now, it's not to say, it looks like the snipers did end up watching the guy, because, you know, he does. He looks up, because whenever the first bullet flies, he looks up, because I think he's trying to analyze what he's looking at. So you have to remember, he's probably sitting there going, that's where because we know for sure where the shooter was. That's where another Overwatch team was placed, but they were in the building, not on top of the building. Why is that? We don't know. So that's probably what that sniper was doing. He was probably going, is that one of our team members on the roof? He's probably trying to do it. So he looked up to confirm whether or not, and then all of a sudden he heard the shot fire off, and he gets back down and gets a beat on the guy and starts shooting. So don't get too conspiratorial about it, but there was a boatload of failings. And again, this is why you have to chop things up to you cannot attribute malice to what you can contribute to incompetence. And I think the highest way you can look at this is a failing from the top of the Secret Service, the lady in charge. She probably put the worst track record detail to guard Trump. And they were not in communication with each other very well.
I would definitely say that. Like, this was clearly not their A-League team.
Yeah, no, this is not the A team. It's not the B team. This is probably not even the JV squad. This is probably, you know, FOR. You know, this team of guys is just a group who was thrown together willy-nilly last second. They go, okay, this is your job. You're protecting Trump.
Yeah. And if you notice, the snipers on the roof, if you can see the picture in the thumbnail, it says police. They have police vests on, so that they could have just borrowed those or just had those on there, but that says police, which means police is not Secret Service.
Yeah, so these guys were probably just SWAT snipers brought in to do Overwatch last minute. I mean, again, you have four women who do not look like they are in the greatest of shape, guarding the president of the former president of the United States
and the Republican frontrunner. No doubt about that.
And they're not even taller than he is. At least get him Secret Service guards. I mean, you don't think that was a deliberate choice? It could be a deliberate choice. I think it was. Because he's 6'3", they're like 5 foot nothing. And they're, holding his waist. Yes, they're protecting his vital organs, but man, you can get a clean headshot on that. Yeah. If you had a decent sniper. So, yeah, just look at these ladies. I mean, I'm not saying they can't do the job, but I'm saying they definitely did not do the best job, and these are not the most qualified agents they have at the Bureau. Or in the service, excuse me.
Yeah. I would like to see Biden's detail compared to this one. But as we all know, we've already talked about, and we just mentioned, is he does not have a full Secret Service complement. Mm-hmm. Like, the Democrats and Biden administration have denied him that.
Yeah.
The director of the FBI, I mean, not the FBI, the Secret Service, right there, if you can see in the thumbnail, if you're watching, she did not grant him one. And it's clear that this is not the A-team out there of their Secret Service people.
Dude, look at that. Can you just look at the picture of her, the lady of the Secret Service? I mean, all I can think of when I see her is, look at those eyes. You ever see a shark's eyes, Chief? It's like looking into a doll's eyes, all black and lifeless. Yeah. That's what I see when I look into her, man. Like, there's nothing there. Lights are on, but no one's home, man.
Well, it's like, for all of our liberal friends out there, like, is anyone else kind of, like, perturbed with the fact that the Secret Service's initials are SS?
Yeah. No, that's good. No, but here's an even bigger thing. So I was talking to we actually have a friend who said that he thinks it's all false flag, like this is not real. Look, they have the picture of the bullet that went through Donald Trump's ear, frozen frame. Like, you can't tell me that they had a sniper like going, I can make that shot. I can just hit his ear. I can just tap his ear.
Even a trained sniper will be like, there's too many variables that would be like, hey, I could at any second, this could go left, could go right, this could go horribly wrong. And
I mean,
two,
just
you don't need
to
to have them
squeezing the trigger too hard could change the trajectory of your bullet if you're a sniper.
Oh, and here's the other thing too: is like, why would he actually want himself shot? Just like shooting, just the actual gunshots themselves would have been enough if it was a false flag thing. He actually has a chunk of his ear gone.
Oh yeah, and here's the other thing too. I mean, y'all remember the Kyle Rittenhouse shooting, that the Gage Grosskreutz, the Antifa medic. I mean, when Kyle shot him that close, man, I mean, it blew his entire forearm off. I mean, it was like a shark bit him. That's how big that thing was.
Yeah, his entire the muzzle pressure, because he was that close. He was right up on the muzzle, like vaporized his entire arm.
I'll give you another example. So there was a video of a deer. So a hunter shot a deer with a 50 cal. You remember this video?
I do. I can try to find it, but I doubt it'll have to be censored.
No, no, we don't have to show it. But what I'm going to point out is a hunter shot a deer with a 50 cal rifle. He went over there, I got it. And then he went over there and realized, I didn't get it. I missed. But the velocity of the bullet was traveling so hard, so fast, and that 50 caliber round is so strong, it sucked the deer's eyeball out of its socket, killing it instantly.
That people don't realize that is like, if just being in the vicinity of a 50 caliber machine gun can rip your skin off.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to hit you. We're talking, it just has to go near you.
It could go 5 yards left or right, and you would feel the skin rip off your body.
It's ripping off clothes. It's ripping off skin off your body. It's insane.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, there's a lot that goes into this. But I think the primary thing is going to fall on Biden, and it's going to fall on the Secret Service and the boss of the Secret Service. Like, this is bad. And again, you can't blame the snipers for not reacting as fast as they did. They were probably trying to confirm what that was. Like, they don't want to shoot their own agents that are probably trying to get into a vantage point. So you have to understand, there's a million factors at play. Don't contribute malice to what you can contribute to ignorance.
The only thing that we can say is it's very weird that there were literally police that were notified of this person, and there was no radio contact between them and the Secret Service. So we have to wonder were they not all on the same radio frequency? What was going on at this point? Like, hey, there's a guy with a gun. We don't know who he is. Maybe we should get the president off stage.
And again, in the chaos of the moment, I understand this too. Like, when there are people yelling, he's got a gun! Like people will be like, who? And they have to confirm that target. But again, what Tim Pool was saying when we watched him this morning, he was like, why didn't they just say, hey, somebody's identified somebody with a gun, just get President Trump off stage for a minute. And then after that, after we confirm what the threat is, then he can go back up and finish his talk. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of failings here, but, I mean, again, and to the people on the left who are like going, this is a false flag, people are dead and people are shot and injured. I mean, when it came to JFK, nobody but JFK got hit. Like, you're having to make a leap of faith saying that the Republican Party is willing to sacrifice its own supporters in order to, what?
Yeah.
Stage this event, and Trump's actually has to be willing to take a bullet too?
Yeah.
I think that's taking a lot of... If you take that many leaps of faith, then you must believe in God, is all I can say. If you're taking that many leaps of faith and think that you can justify that many loops, you have to believe in a higher power, because that's amazing.
Mm-hmm. And here's this quote from Tim Wise right here that you had me pull up, and it says here, conspiracy theories are the currency of people who are either incapable of thinking about systems and how they work, or are too intellectually lazy to try. From the Q to the Illuminati, bullcrap to 9/11 truthers, a bunch of pathetic dead-enders with broken brains, all of them. Tim Wise, pretty much right after the Trump thing. That fist pump crap after Trump was shot is too perfect. No way someone thinks to do that after an actual assassination attempt. It's what MAGA scriptwriters would write, though. This post has been deleted now.
Yeah, so. Of course it has. Of course it has. It's like whenever I was communicating with that guy that I posted this picture of Trump will be the image he will be forever remembered for. And they laughed. And I was like, I don't know what you're laughing about. I mean, I'm just pointing out a fact. I mean, you can hate the guy all you want, but you can, like, even if you think all this is fake, that will be the photo that is forever remembered of Trump. And the fact that he raised his, I mean, that's a moment of leadership. Even Cenk Uygur of the Young Turks,
was like that was a lefty.
Yeah, he was like, that was pretty bad A. That was pretty bad A for, and that's a democratic socialist there going, what Trump did there was pretty amazing. I mean, that was the leadership moment right there. I mean, what they would have wanted was for Trump to crawl off the stage like a baby crying. He didn't. He said, let me get my shoes real quick. Hold on, let me get my shoes. He's ordering his team around. And that goes to show you, again, that his Secret Service team is not that good. Secret Service would have been like, no, Mr. President, you don't get to say in anything that you do. You're coming with us.
Yeah. That Secret Service team was literally taking orders from the president, which at that point, you know, your job as the Secret Service kicks in, is like, get the man off stage, get the man off stage. It's not, oh, let's let him do that. I mean, that's the reason why he was able to do that, because those Secret Service folks were either all new or incredibly inexperienced, because he's like, nope, wait.
We're
his hand up in the air.
We're the D team, you know,
no
like
kidding.
So yeah, I mean that goes to show you the level of incompetence and inexperience that particular group of Secret Servicemen have. The fact that he was able to be like, wait, let me get my shoes, and then fight. And then that moment, like, that was so powerful. I mean, it almost brings tears to my eyes whenever everybody starts chanting. Like, they're cheering when he gets back up because everybody's glad he's okay. And then they start chanting USA despite the chaos of the moment. I mean, that's a unifying moment right there. That's a powerful moment that will never be forgotten in history.
100%. 100%.
I mean, even Reagan's, you know, miss me moment with the balloon is not as iconic as that will be.
I don't know. I wish we had television back in Teddy Roosevelt's day, because the one where he gets shot and then starts berating the guy that shot him, and he's still in the audience.
Yeah, and then he just gets pseudo patched up and goes and gives the speech after. I mean, that's amazing. Teddy Roosevelt, what a bad A. What a bamf. But yeah, that's what we're looking at. So what else we got?
Well, I just did this one, the when you realize that. Then we've got this one here.
Oh yeah. This is a funny meme of the that was posted by Angry Cops.
That's good stuff.
He's a police officer and a drill sergeant. If you don't follow Angry Cops, you should check him out on YouTube. He's awesome. But yeah, that's true. What would you say you do here? I mean, what
you have one job and you failed at.
When you're in that moment, like I said, all you're thinking about when you hear bullets go off, you just want to preserve your own life. But you are a Secret Service agent. Your job is to no longer preserve your life. It is to preserve your whoever you are assigned to protect's life. Your designated protectee. Yeah. That is your job.
Now, we can attribute that to, you know, lack of training, or maybe it's just the fact it's a biological instinct that men cover and protect people, whereas women are the ones who get covered and protected.
Yeah,
I think up to you to decide.
I think the only time that women will choose not to protect somebody other than themselves is when it is their children, or they feel like it is their child. So it can be a familiar relation or a child that they view as like like a teacher to a student, potentially. But it has to be somebody they're very familiar with. Again, she probably didn't get picked to put on Trump. She's like, I don't want. She probably was like, she could be a Democrat for all you know. She could be a Republican. Doesn't matter.
That's an angle that we haven't even taken about this too. What if these are people who are like, I don't want to protect Donald Trump?
Yeah, that could be. They could have vetted. I mean, the boss lady could have vetted these people and been like, are you a Republican or Democrat? Or it's like, I don't care. You know, it doesn't matter. Or they just say whatever they have to say to get the job.
Yeah. There's a conspiracy angle that that I haven't heard anybody talking about yet, is what if the fact that they go look these people up, oh, they all are anti-Trump people from their posts or whatever. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe the Secret Service isn't allowed to have social media and stuff like that. Who knows?
Clearly, they're not doing their jobs, or they're not doing them very well. And again, I understand the instinct is to protect yourself and not somebody else, but you're in the Secret Service. You have one job. Protect your target. And then you had this video, this guy that was in the crowd behind Trump. Like, it's weird. Like, some of these people were staged. And again, even the shooter was in a, like, if you know what BlackRock is, it's basically that corporation that has ties. They're an investor in everything. They own stock in almost everything. And the shooter, was in a video production for BlackRock. No, somebody found it. Like, again, it could have just been they were doing this at the school that he was at, and he just happened to be one of the kids in the classroom where they chose to do the video.
Well, yeah, that's why I don't believe that one nearly as much, because there's a bunch of kids that were in those videos. He wasn't really featured. He was,
He was just a clip.
Yeah,
It was just
it
like,
was a
oh,
small
he was just like,
clip.
it was like.
So that's why that BlackRock one to me is quite a
I would say
stretch.
it's just it is a stretch. It's a lot like what's his name? Who's that little turd that? He's one of the kids from that school that got shot up where the guy refused to run in. You know, he's all over CNN all the time. His parents were CNN
What
people.
was his name? Because he's the opposite of Kyle Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse is the pro-gun guy that was in a shooting, and then he was the one that was in that Florida shooting, even though he wasn't even at the school.
Well, he wasn't in the same building at the time.
Okay, yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't in the same.
Either way, but his parents work for CNN in the media, so it's like they keep finding stuff. He's just a paid actor. He's not a paid actor. His parents are CNN higher ups, so he would be he'd give reports from a kid's perspective in other places. So
yeah. Well, here's this. Like I said, here's another video that one of my friends sent to us. This is the kid. This is the shooter right here this is a Republican registration thing right here. And I assume this is at a community college or something. He's saying, slit Republicans' throats.
kill the fascists. Yep. Yeah. Again, a well-adjusted kid. Again, it goes to show you that people on the left are not very well adjusted. Are there people on the right who are not very well adjusted too? Sure, but they don't act out in this way.
Well, here's the weird part too: is like his parents are psychologists for the government. They work for the government.
Oh my gosh.
So this is why I even take everything Jordan Peterson says with a grain of salt. I don't trust psychologists. If you're a psychologist, I don't trust you. Yeah. I think you're doing more harm than good.
Yeah.
This is clear evidence. Oh, I'm going to tell you how you need to live your life, but my kid's absolutely insane. I mean, but literally the insane asylum people, the inmates have taken over the asylum with some of these new psychologists.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of these positions, there's no real point in helping people solve their problems. Their issue is going to be, hey, I have a permanent patient. I can make money off this person for the rest of my life. And if you're on a government salary, it's like, perfect. I can just keep it doesn't matter. You're going to get paid no matter what. But if you're a practicing psychologist, it's like, I mean, that's why I pseudo-trust Jordan Peterson on this, because he actually helps people get over their problems. And the goal is, I never want, like, if you're a psychiatrist, you're like, I never want to see you again.
No, that should be your ultimate goal. I agree. But that's the problem is, it's what you said. It's the pharmaceutical industry thing. It's like let's not actually fix people. Let's just keep them on our medicines for forever.
A permanent class of money donors. We want a permanent. They're like OnlyFans people. We want a permanent class of pay pigs. Yeah. Keep coming, baby.
Yeah. And that's also the thing. Why? I mean, this is why like Republicans and like liberals will agree on this right here. Is the pharmaceutical industry, at least they used to anyway, and the food companies are working hand in hand because the food's poison. You know, a lot of the stuff, we don't use real ingredients anymore. We use chemicals and subproducts. And then the pharmaceutical companies sell us the cure to the food that's been poisoning.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Well, I'll pull up, I guess, that last little funny thing we can like. Did you know, I guess Disney's already ready to make a film about this event. And here's the image. Walt Disney presents DEI.
Disney, the DEI hire. Oh, man, that image. Is really good. That is really good. These AI images are getting out of control.
Out of control. I think AI is a horrible thing, but every once in a while you can get something that just makes you smile. So, but yeah, that's about all we got for you today. We just kind of wanted to go over the conspiracies, kind of debunk, or not really debunk, but give you our perspective on what we think. And just, it's crazy times we live in. Don't attribute malice to what you can attribute ignorance to. So let's not go full tin hat theory, but again, there definitely is some strange things that play out there, and I'm not going to, I mean, there's a lot, and I'm not going to tell you I have all the answers, but let's not just jump into blaming and pointing fingers. Let's try to, like Trump did, stand up and fight, but do it in the appropriate way, peacefully. So
100%.
That's all we've got for you today. This is the Twins with Owasso Live. This is the Morning Loop. We are signing off. God bless you.
See you later, everybody.